Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Going to spend some time with Dawn Deeter. And Dawn's with Kansas State University, and she's one of the many, involved with one of the many schools that are focusing on sales training, which I think is so important. You know, all of us sell. The question is whether or not we sell well. We keep, a lot of people like to dismiss selling skills, but the reality is if you're married, or if you have a job, or if you've ever gotten a promotion, selling was involved. Isn't that right, Dawn?
That's absolutely right.
And so to me, it seems like it makes sense, regardless of what you want to do in life, that you would spend at least a little time becoming proficient in that area.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know if people realize about 70% of college students, their first job is in sales.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because, and that becomes a proving ground. And I think it'd be really surprising to people to see the C-level individuals like the CEO and the COOs of companies who began in the sales arm. Oh. And the reason why, there's no better place for true R&D and to really understand your customer than in the sales arena, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. If you understand how to sell, I mean, really, the world's your oyster. Because you can sell ideas, you can sell yourself, as you were saying before.
Yeah, no question about it. So tell me a little bit of the history of the sales program there.
So our sales program is relatively new. It's about 4 years old. I was hired to start the program, and we sort of hit the ground running. We have about 50 sales certificate students right now, which is similar to a minor. And then we're putting about 500 students a year through our sales classes.
Awesome. And you started when?
I'm in my fourth year here, so literally when I started here 3.5 years ago, that's when the program started. Yeah,
and my understanding is it's highly ranked. It's been very well received.
Yes, we've actually, there's sales competitions around the country where universities compete against each other, and we just won. One of our students won the RBI National Sales Challenge at William Patterson University, and we had another win at the Sales Decathlon earlier in the fall at Northern Illinois University. So we've done pretty well. I'm pretty proud of our students.
In 4 years, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. What made them make the decision to go this route? I know one of the things is it's a challenge for all universities to find a unique niche. And so, and to do so without it being an incredible cost, to a university. Mm-hmm. If you all of a sudden decide you want to be the premier physics university, good luck with that. And so this is kind of a cool way to develop a niche that I think is very timely in this economy. But what are some of the other factors that played into it?
I think I was hired with the support of all the faculty, so they had decided prior to my arrival that this was what they wanted to do, which I think is really critical, because if you're one faculty member trying to do it, it's much harder than if you have the support of the entire college, and our dean is very supportive. We focus at Kansas State, we focus on applied business skills, giving students what they need to be successful in their careers, and so the sales niche plays a big part in that.
Tell me a little bit about your intern program before we wrap it up.
So we really encourage our students to get a sales internship, and then one of the things I'm working on is a sales major, and where we'll require an internship. It just makes all the difference in the world when the students get out there and practice what we're teaching them in the classroom. And so we've been placing students with some of our corporate partners like Frito-Lay and Hormel have really strong internship programs where our students come back and you can just see the change in them.
Mm-hmm. Dawn Deeter, she's been our guest. She's with Kansas State University. What's the website there? ksu.edu, I believe?
Yeah, and our NSSI, the National Strategic Selling Institute website is cba.ksu.edu/NSSI.
Yeah, I doubt anyone will get there that way. But if they put in National Strategic Selling Institute in Google, I think it ranks number one. And so check that out. Thanks so much for your time.
All right, thank you.
When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdatareview.com, and this is The Price of Business.